Exactly.
Get my phone. That's not my phone.
Create new, because apparently my Switch data isn't fucking here.
Oh
Oh, that's
yeah,
right.
I forgot about that.
So anyway, player match. Oh, I mean, you know, this will be a lot easier if my Switch data was still fucking.
It was still here, but you were not.
Over that.
Oh yeah, Markiplier got it. Markiplier's actually doing something actually noteworthy for once. But we're not here to talk about that.
Markiplier exists?
Yes. Yeah, watch him. Oh, let me check my audio fast and then we'll start.
Hey, why? Kill this boss. Markiplier is it's a person. I was gonna say something like profound about him, but I forgot.
Yeah, I think you're fine. I turned the game volume down a little bit.
My game volume was also kind of loud right now.
No, I mean like I'm turning it down on the capture device. No, because like my roommate. Okay, if we want to talk about Markiplier for a little bit, my roommate not a fan. My roommate is very much not a fan because he gets involved in like political stuff, and he's not a fan of that. I guess he wound up saying like some sort of stupid shit that he didn't vibe with. But we're not here about that. We're here to talk about Blazblue.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
We're here to talk about Super Smash.
Don't fucking leave the room. Don't fucking leave the room when I'm talking to you. Okay.
I'm leaving. Goodbye.
No. Hey, hold on. That's rude.
Bye.
You son of a bitch.
So what'd you say it was 2?
It was 2. The keyword is 2.
7. Okay, I'm ready.
Just into the room.
Found it. Yes,
Man.
I did actually put in 7.
I hate you. In the way though.
Why am I ugly? No!
You fucking take that back right goddamn now.
Ugly now.
You fucking what?
I can't.
You fucking what?
Beautiful. I am not beautiful. I am ugly. I'm an ugly piece of ass.
I'm about to fucking end you.
You can't.
I can't.
You know what I am? I am Alpha and the Omega.
Your name about to be Grass. And talking about
What'd you say to me?
Remember, if whoever you pick, you're stuck with for a while because we're in training mode.
All right, let's go.
Anyway,
I have made a terrible mistake.
You have.
Can I go back?
No.
I want to go back.
Yeah, you should get to pick the stage. But I'm talking about the thing because that would be nice. Like, what were we talking about for the Anthology pack?
A timeline.
Yeah, but
having
like
a timeline and having all the characters and the older games were reworked to actually play in them.
Yeah, like, but I mean, like, there was some other stuff too. Like, instead of like it just being a bundle, it's
having
like,
Among Us.
Yeah, that too. But it's like instead of it being a bundle, it would be like this. Why does it always lag in the beginning? But instead of being like in the bundles, yeah. I'm repeating myself. It was like a hub thing. Like you started up as like a unique intro.
Yeah.
As a unique loading screen.
Unique intro.
Yeah, unique intro, unique loading screen, all that. But the thing is, like, you get to the menu and it asks you, like, what version of the game do you want to play. And it's got, like, a remastered version of the story with, like, CF's, like, animation types. So it's not just, like, Ragna and Hazama staring at each other for, like, 30 fucking minutes for half of.
Yeah, it's a real true visual novel, true to the class.
And, like, any parts, like, any plot holes and stuff, now that the story's finished, they'll just patch up or, like, slightly change to, like, whatever they want. Because they now know the complete story that they wanted. It's all written in stone. And then, like, you could have, like, just every character in every version of the game just reworked. Like, you can have 9 in Calamity Trigger if you really want to suffer. Or you can have S in Continuum Shift
or you want to, break the game.
You can have S in Continuum Shift if you really want to try your luck against fucking EX Ragna.
I do. I really want to. I really want to get hit by Big Sword from across the stage with my Big Sword.
The only problem, here's the problem though, because Lambda 11 and New have been split up past CS. And in that game, there's only one of them, and they're technically the same character, but they're like, one's the limited version.
Lambda has half of New.
So here would be the thing. Here would be the thing though. Like they would have to. What would we call that? What would we call that? Would we literally just have it as Lambda and then like New would be different?
It would be a clone up until when they got split.
Or would we have like 3 Murakumos where we'd have the modern Lambda, and we would have New, and then we would have a third Murakuma that's just the placeholder that's taking place of their old kit from Continuum Shift.
Nah, then Lambda would have to be a clone because you can't change New's kit.
Or we could just have them both as the same character like they were in the game, but like instead of it being in limited mode, it just depends on what skin you choose. Like if you pick like
it depends on which character.
Yeah, like if you pick like the default like New palette, it's gonna call her New instead of Lambda, even though it's technically Lambda still. Or if you pick Lambda, it's still gonna call it Lambda again, like it is normally in CS, because you can't just separate them by the unlimited mode now. I have no idea.
You will come over here.
I'm not. Speaking of New, what? That worked. That works.
I don't know why. I don't play Tigger. That's why I'm using Silent mode.
We were supposed to talk about Blazblue, and we're doing everything but.
That's fine.
Oh, that definitely was a combo starter. That definitely was not how to combo off of it. Yeah, I forgot that she has this because what is this move in the older games? Isn't this not that? It's something entirely different. I know this for a fact. Ow! Fucking magnet hands.
I won, even though it's training mode.
Actually, can I turn off health regeneration? No, I can only do sound options. Ow!
Come here. Ah!
Oh, I forgot she dashes. No.
Let me figure out the kit, bro.
Well, then figure it out. I'll
actually look at the... I can't.
I'll just stand here. You figure it out.
It won't. They don't let you
use Google.
Set online like in
Why did it reset? What did you do? What did you press?
I can reset the move. I can reset the thingy.
Oh, you can change the settings because you're player 1. God, why are you player 1?
Why am I player 1? Wait, what the? I can return to the room? Goodbye.
What? No, hey!
You've given me too much power. Now I abuse it.
I still genuinely think Susanoo is bad game design.
You still genuinely think Susanoo is bad game? Here's my opinion on Susanoo, or any character like Susanoo. The concept of having a character just based off of getting damage. Basically, that's what Susanoo is. The concept is unlocking his stuff to get more damage off. I don't think that's bad, but the thing about it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
The character itself doesn't fit into every game. In a game like Blazblue, I don't think Susanoo fits. Because even though he has a gimmick, his gimmick is about murdering people.
Yeah.
And
I can't fucking breathe.
Honestly, when you have people who have long combos like Susanoo who can actually corner lock you, just like people like Tager or Hakumen could in older games, that doesn't work. Because that's essentially asking to get killed.
Yeah.
Especially when CF came and they made the new characters a lot more busted than, let's say, some of the older people like Cosmo. That doesn't work to me. It only works in games that are more based around having other characters like that, or other characters who can hold their owner like that, or other characters who are balanced like that. It does not work in a game like Blazblue where every character has a different gimmick, some being better than others.
Yeah. Cause like I was talking about this earlier, like when it came to like mainly a character in Blazblue, like here's the thing. I'm like, oh, I play Ragna, and they're like, Sure has a good. I'm like, I know what that is. But here's the thing: Ragna is the only character I'm good at, and the reason for this is I'm not used to like, even if Blazblue was my first fighting game, I am not used to like light, medium, heavy, and then like gimmick. Like I'm much more used to. I'm much more used to like. Fuck, I picked the wrong character. I'm much more used to like the standard like light, medium, heavy, heavier attack, which is basically what Ragna is. That's literally what his drive is. His drive is just a heavier attack.
Mm.
Compared to like if you picked up like Rachel here or like Bullet
Well, that's the thing about Blazblue.
or like
The way the
Izanami.
characters work, due to it being by definition a 3-button, because the 4th button is gimmick button.
It's a 3-button fighter, basically.
Yeah, it's basically a 3-button fighter with gimmick. The thing about Blazblue is because it's a 3-button fighter with a gimmick, every character being played differently. It's like you're doing command and place by just pressing one button like that. It's weird, and the thing about it is you're expecting it to be a normal 4-button where there's just a special punch or a special kick or something. But that's not the case. Instead, you have basically the move you would use in the middle of a character's combo. Essentially, like Terami's little pullback move there. You would use that to extend a combo if it was a normal fighter, but it's not. That's his gimmick. That's what he uses just normally. He can pull them out whenever. It's not a command input like that. Stuff like that. They're not command inputs. And that's one thing that probably turns me off from Blazblue the most is the fact that you have the gimmick buttons.
And like with Rachel, you just like Rachel especially. I cannot. Like I can do a semi Rachel, but I cannot do like any proper Rachel stuff. Cause like, look, this is what it is. It's literally light, medium, heavy, and then trying to like fucking net people around the stage with the wind.
And set up for the lightning and other things she can just throw
Like
out. And it's like
I've said this before, and this has been especially true like in Calamity Trigger. But the thing is, like especially when you watch the gameplay, Rachel even as a Blaze is not a Blazblue character. Even as a Blazblue character, she's not one. She literally comes in and she plays her own game. That is literally how she works.
Yeah, she doesn't. She's another case like Susanoo. I don't think Rachel and Susanoo. I don't think characters like them actually fit in.
That was a good combo.
Because it's just the fact of the matter is their gimmicks don't work for the type of game Blazblue is.
Especially cross tag. Oh god. Rachel and cross tag is
Now, if this was like a completely different fighter, like let's say something like maybe something like Melty, but like overall this game just doesn't support characters like them. Susanoo, his game design, he needs to be in a completely different game, one more about combos being longer, being pointed. He would work better in a game like Fighters than he would in this game.
Probably.
And because that's what Fighters is for. It's for big damage combos that carry you across the stage and put you in the corner. That's what the game is about. Blazblue isn't about that.
That would have been a combo. That would have fucking been a combo in a fucking Capcom game. What I just did, but it wasn't. Where you reset.
Rachel would actually work better in a game like Marvel vs. Capcom just because of what she is. There are characters just like her in that game, as a matter of fact. And you know they don't work in this game for me.
No. People talk about Terami having the low stage people when it's actually Ragna in Central Fiction. I don't understand that one, but
super meter game.
It's not really gonna help if you can't use the damn meter to begin with. Ow. Alright, let me go. I'm gonna go back. I need a bow and nose. Ow, ow, hold on. Hey, wait. I'd like to move. Touch me, I dare you. Never mind. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Go away. I'm scared. No. Why? Okay, I'm gonna tell you, see, I inputted the super, not that. And then it did the super anyway, but it did it afterwards.
Okay, that's something I don't like about Blazblue is actually how ridiculous some of these
inputs are. There's no reason for
super
Hazuma's.
attacks are.
There's no reason for Hazuma's fucking Astral to be that way either. Like you could literally like.
Yeah,
There are
like
other
the
characters.
Astrals?
There's other characters who's had their Astrals changed as well to be simpler. Like, I can't name them off the top of my tongue, but like you could literally just make. You could literally just make his Astral like down D.
Like, okay, I just wish BlazBlue's commands were simpler. If like, I would actually be into this game. That's another thing that turns me off.
Well,
The C commands, the Astral commands, stuff like that is like, ooh, they actually expect me to do this, and it's like, the Astrals I can kind of get past because
it's not
I
like
wouldn't actually try those in an actual fight. But like, super attacks on the other hand, level 1s, level 3s, whatever you want to call them.
it's not like BlazBlue's like it's not like their input system is like that fucking like complex. It's just some of these inputs are not consistent in line with other ones, especially within the same kit. Like a lot of Rachel's a lot of like quarter circles and just down.
Yeah, the quarter circle thing, like, okay, that's what Mai is. To me, Mai, you know how people complain that she's easy?
Yeah.
Honestly, I wish BlazBlue was like that. Like, I honestly wish it was just quarter circle back, quarter circle forward. Something like either that or something like FIFA. Because, dude, some of the command inputs for BlazBlue, an example, remember how I mentioned the Z command earlier? The Z command, it does not work.
The DP?
That is impossible for me.
The DP?
I cannot do that consistently in an actual fight. There's no way.
I mean, I can't, but it's only because like I mash it on my keyboard. Like I've also actually practiced it a little bit now on like other controllers.
I can't consistently do that because I played on a controller my entire life.
You have to, like,
I've never had to do Z commands and all that.
You have to like flick your thumb, like basically like when you do it, you have to like rub it really fast over it, and basically you have to just do down, forward, and then back to where it came from. And but what I still just like mash it on like controllers, but like when I do it, it's just I need to change characters to show you.
You have to go back to lobby.
Turn to that's the wrong button. Stop that. Stop that.
But yeah, the commands, I can't consistently do all of them. Like for a character like Ragna, it consistently comes out, but other characters I cannot consistently do the commands. It's probably just a me thing though with that. Some of these commands are actually kind of ridiculous, but other ones I just can't consistently do.
Yeah. Let me show you the Ragna since he's just the easiest example. Hibiki is a cool concept, but he's honestly, I'd like to say he's underused, isn't he?
He's underused, and you know they're better characters.
You could just be playing 9 basically.
Yeah.
That's what sucks. I actually forget Hibiki exists. I'm not gonna lie. I straight up forget he exists because like there's
I
just
would
no
main
one.
him. I would main him if I actually like if I put time into the game, he would probably be the character that I main. But it's just the fact that other characters can do what he does for less work.
And it's not.
He's basically he's like a Vegito concept.
And here's the thing about Hibiki too. It's not like people don't play him. The thing is, you don't hear anything about him. Like when you hear about stuff, normally it's people complaining, and they're complaining about like bullshit. And normally that involves 9 and like other characters. Or everyone and their grandmother who mains like Jin and Ragna. Or Izanami's like brain dead is what people complain about. I don't know. But like when you hear about Hibiki, even though there's people who play them, most people don't have something to complain about. Or they did at first, but now they just, you don't hear anything. You don't hear about Hibiki winning a major. You don't hear about Hibiki fucking making someone rage quit. You don't hear about Hibiki completely one-siding a match. You don't hear about Hibiki losing incredibly badly. He just kind of exists.
But he feels, to me, Hibiki feels like a really balanced character.
This is what I'm talking about though. Like when I just spam it like this and then it comes out.
Yeah.
You can see my inputs, can't you?
Yeah, I can. And that's how I got that training mode actually.
Like if you look at my inputs, they make no goddamn sense. They only make sense like in my mind, because I just press so fast. Like I'm constantly buffering and rebuffering the next move, so I'm not sure if the other one's gonna hit. Which is not something you want to do, because you really want to like be for sure something's gonna hit, because otherwise it's really hard to complete a combo after that. So a lot of it's built on like you're sure this is gonna hit. Like with Jin, like I can't show you because I'm not playing a Jin, but with Jin you can do leg sweep. You can do leg sweep in the ice car, and that's a combo. But like, and I guess this is one too. But like, normally I'm playing reactionary, so like, if I do leg sweep to you, like if you can stop hitting me for a second, if I do leg sweep to you, normally I'm waiting, and that's not gonna work. Like I have to do. Fuck, hold on, I have to do. Why did it work earlier? I don't know why that worked earlier. Okay, never mind. I guess I was spaced differently. But like, it works like it just did a second ago, basically. Whenever you're just sure about something. But if you're not sure about it, you're basically wasting an opportunity. It's gonna be a lot harder to win that way too. Oops, that was supposed to be DP. And like I said again,
playing stylish DP a little bit earlier.
And like I said again, it's very easy for me to do Ragna compared to other characters, because it's literally, even though there's no reverse speed in this game either, because that would have been a fucking combo too. But or if it was Melty, especially if it was Melty, that would have been a combo, because A in the air is a thing. But
yeah,
Ragna's literally just light, medium, heavy, heavier compared to like everyone else's weird ass moveset. And compared with like the revolver system that they shipped with back in like Calamity Trigger, it just makes the most sense with it. Actually, do a standard combo on me and see how much damage that does.
Not enough.
Alright, so that's 2,675. Let me do one to you and see how much HP you lose from the same damage. You gotta walk forward to me, at me, because you're stylish. Fuck, I fucked that up. See, you actually lost less HP than I did. Wow, I actually never noticed that.
Blazblue has
Ragna actually literally has that much less HP. Holy shit! Oh, that was 3,000. Let's do. What if I just mash A this time?
Yeah.
Like what if I do A twice instead of just doing it once at the starter?
Yeah, Blazblue. I forgot Blazblue has set health pools.
It's not just a universal one, because especially Tager. Tager has a huge ass health pool.
Yeah. Oof. Did you really just? Oh.
I don't know why that delayed input didn't come out. Oops. Oh yeah, people. there's a thing on Twitter. People sent this to me, or they sent it in my server. I don't look for this stuff myself because I don't normally care. But like, there's apparently people complain about Gauntlet Hades. They're like, oh, it's a pain in the ass. It's like a free mix-up. And like, here's the thing. Even our system work knows this. Gauntlet Hades is extremely reactable. When I do this, that takes forever. You still hit me. You still hit me. Gauntlet Hades is not as free as you think it is.
It's not a free mix-up. That move isn't safe. So
that move is hella unsafe. Alright, here's the thing. Just stand there. Stand there, and I'm gonna do. Like, I'm gonna hit your shield. I'm gonna hit your shield, and then like you do DP. Like you do DP, because I'm just gonna hit your shield, because like, oh, I can only go, like, you're blocking low. You're blocking, like, you're just staying blocking low. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna have to do an overhead. And then you can just do that. And then that's gonna immediately kill Gauntlet Hades. Like, see, even on startup. Doing it in a block string is unsafe. You have to be paying attention though. You don't have to be paying super attention, but you do need to be paying attention. Look at this. Like, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna. The only thing about it though too is if they're still blocking, and they suddenly decide that they don't want to block or they want to keep blocking. The thing that Ragnar has though with it is he has the follow-up, and the follow-up is like, the follow-up's delayable. I'm trying to do cross tag it, but that's nice not coming out. Like,
Cross tag.
Yeah, like if he does it instantly, it's like this. But he can do it like, he can delay it like a second, a little, like a few seconds. Alright, I want you to DP out a block. Can you do that? Just be blocking low and then like just do.
Is it letting me block?
Just hold backwards first. See, look, you can genuinely react to that. Although that was also an accident, but you can genuinely react to that.
Well, yeah, the move is unsafe, but it's also Ragnar's way better.
See, look at that. Look at that.
You can also see it coming out too.
Like,
it's not super fast.
Ragnar only has so many ways to get in, and here's the thing: like normally people do that. Normally people go for this. They go for a rapid version. They go for this or a rapid version of that instead of Gauntlet Hades. And if they're getting hit by Gauntlet Hades and they're complaining about it, either they're not reacting or what's happening is this. Look, I'll show you what's happening. Like, keep blocking. They're doing this. Oh, hold on. They're rapiding into Gauntlet Hades. Probably. So the frame cool off is like a lot more.
I'm guessing you can't do that.
I cannot do that. I can do it on accident. You want me to do it on accident? See,
No, you can't do it during an actual fight. You can't wrap it into it.
No. I can do that though.
Oh, you.
Come here. Oh, never mind.
I won't let you.
Let me. You have to be blocking perfectly first off. You have to hold backwards. You have to hold backwards.
No, that was a low kick. I was going back.
Actually, I think I can do that twice. Yeah, and even on rapid, it's not even instant. What the fuck? They're probably doing it a different way than I am though. But still. This move's actually not used that much, believe it or not. The fucking scoop. Or at least I don't use it that much. Something I did learn though too. This is
Isn't scoop which you use to jump cancel?
I have no idea. Because no, you can do it with this too. Let me show you. Because this is just better but faster. Look.
Yeah, you can use the uppercut hit. That's what I used when I was learning Ragnar. In training mode, I used the uppercut.
That's what most people use. It's just what most people normally use. It's more optimal than the fucking thing. Because also this you can't convert off of this normally.
Yeah.
And it's so fucking slow, especially in like continuum shift. Because look, if it's continuum shift, you see how long this animation is. These two in continuum shift, you can feel the two phase of it. Like the startup's still long on it, but like this is like cutting. No, but like in continuum shift, it's like woom woom, and then it's done. Like woom woom, and now it's done. In continuum shift, it's much longer. This is still. Ooh, I disconnected my thing. I disconnected those. Oops. What did I do? I disconnected the device. Oops. There we go. Oh, I gotta plug in the thing again. But you can really feel it because it's I'd like to say it's not really the startup that's changed on these moves. I didn't hold the button when I was plugging it in. It's not really the startup on some of these older moves that's changed. It's more like the follow-up of it's rushed now. Like this. This still has the long startup, but the second part is like just flows now instead of like being like a two-parter. And it's the same thing with drive. Like if I hit you with raw drive, you're not bouncing like you would normally in continuum shift. You stand in place now because it's a much faster move. Like you see how you bounced there because you were in the air. Like normally if I hit you with this in continuum shift, you would bounce like that just regularly because of how long of a move it is. And just how the game was. No, I don't want that. That's the thing too. S can literally just cover. Like, look. All right, stand right there. Stay right there. Stand right there. If you're standing right there. If you were S right now, you could cover this. You can genuinely cover that on reaction. You
I
cover,
can eat you out of it?
Yeah, you can cover anything. You just have to use it. You just have to throw out a crest or just DP. S has that much range. She can cover that.
Yeah, most people probably DP.
Yeah, and like that's what Gummy does. And like you can cover that. You can cover this. You can cover low. You can cover grab on reaction. You can cover. If I have to approach you as S, you can cover almost anything on reaction. You have the range to do it, basically, and you have the frame data. Like if oh, now listen here. Like stand still. If you were Kagura, you probably couldn't because the sword swing has a lot of startup, so he would have to do like a medium. So I would actually have to be close. And in the air, it has a lot of startup too, but I would have to be spaced perfectly though still. Because he could definitely still anti-air me with the sword easily.
The difference between Ez and Kagura is very noticeable.
And the same thing with Hakumen though, because Hakumen can just do down C, and it'll cover the air. But it doesn't cover like way up here, like that does with S. S can just stand there, and she can cover all of this.
I jump.
You jump. I forgot what else I was gonna say. I was
I jump.
trying to remember what I was gonna say. And then you'd have 9 who is the same exact way as S, can cover everything by just standing there. If you have to approach 9, if you're having to approach 9, you're already at a disadvantage. So basically, just playing the game, you're at a disadvantage.
Unless your new 13 got nerfed in this game.
13 sucks.
New 13 was still good. She probably didn't 9 counter since she doesn't have to approach at all.
Like here's the thing about like another thing I've learned like with Ragnar though too is like sometimes instead of doing like D, you just want to do that because this is, believe it or not, this is his fastest normal. This is his fastest normal. That is not an A press. I think it might actually be faster than A. Let me see. How much have? About the same speed. It's a little bit slower than A. It's a little bit slower than A, but it's not that much slower. This is a better combo starter though, with scaling. From what I know, at least. I could be wrong. Do I want a PlayStation 3? I have a PlayStation 3. Give me a second. I'm gonna actually be unprofessional here for a second, and I'm gonna take a phone call midstream. Because this is potentially a bad. This I could potentially be getting a PlayStation 3 that has backwards compatibility. Hold on. Does this mute me?
Oh yeah, I'm so tired. I'm showing you quality PvP gameplay. You don't see this shit anywhere else, dude. Okay, you do. This isn't that good. I don't play this game, but I know a little bit about it. A lot about it. I'm one of those fighting game connoisseur guys. You know, who has all the information on the game but has no fundamentals to play it. I'm one of those.
Okay, I'm good. I'm Gucci. We're seeing if it was one of the older models.
Ah.
Alright, now let's turn to the room. I want you to pick any character. You're either gonna demonstrate approaching with me, or you're gonna demonstrate the differences between kids like Hakumen and Kagura.
Jin Kisaragi.
So I am going to pick S, and I'm going to show you what she can and cannot do.
Well, actually, I think you can demonstrate approaching with Kagura and still show the example. I haven't seen Kagura in a long time either, so I can't say that for sure.
Yes.
Why are you short?
Why is she short? Never mind. I know why she's short.
short? Why
I'm gonna let you in on a thing. I'm glad that S is not a super short character.
Ah, you mean like that one girl from Grand Blue?
She's not like Jubei and like Platinum short, where like you can't hit her with A.
She's not GT Goku.
Yeah, she's not GTO. S can literally DP out of most options. Try to approach from the air.
I have to block. Bruh.
Oh, I can activate it faster. I know that for a fact. How do I activate it faster?
You can't zone me. Oh.
All right, now try to okay. We're gonna stand the same. Staying this is apart. I'm gonna try and approach you now. Ready? See if you can do anything about it.
Oh, why do I have a Ragna punch? Why don't I have my sword? Why do you get a sword?
That covers so fucking much area too. Look at this.
Oh my god. The only thing I can use to actually fight that is the C.
You have to time it too.
Yeah, I do have to time it.
You can cover from that. Cause then if I just this is her C attack. That's your C?
Yeah.
Right.
Dude, it's actually more range. Your sword didn't even touch me. It was like barely at the tip. My sword actually has a smaller hitbox.
Here's the thing. This is our cooldown. Like, look, you hit me. Like you hit me, and then, or like I'll block it, and then try to do a move afterwards.
All right.
All right, now block mine. Fuck.
Oh.
All right, we're gonna have to restart this. You hit me. I'll block yours, and you try to do something. Okay, now I'm gonna hit you.
Fighting is just asking me to get comboed, basically.
Yeah, you convert off anything on the fucking screen, and you have just better.
Like you can see, just from me doing this, you can see the actual difference in Ez and Kagura's actual data, the actual speed and their cooldown. You can see all of that just from that. Do your C. Look at how much faster that is.
I can do it out of itself too, and it's not even that much shorter.
On top of that, in order for me to combo this,
and she has like
wait, I can't even combo that. I actually have to knock you back in order to actually do anything after that.
And she has like look how much range this has. Hold on, like, stand still.
That's the only thing I can do after that.
Oops. Damn it.
On top of that,
ow.
Kagura can only do that. Kagura can only do that with his C, meaning in order to match Ez's range, he actually has to use C, and he can only use C. Because I can't use A or B in order to match Ez's range because they're short range like Ragna's are. In fact, Ragna's kick has more range than Kagura's kick.
Kagura's A has more range now. Now here, watch this. I want you to do a block stream. Watch this. You ready? Well, first, hold on. I'm gonna show you the landing for S. This is what Gummy was doing.
Oh, that's annoying.
You have to stay in block. I don't know what he did after that, but I know he continued it with A.
Is that how he approached too?
Yeah, that's how he approached.
In the air?
Yeah, just jumped in the air.
That's kind of mean.
And whenever Ragnar tried to do the thing, he just did this. Whenever I tried to use blood.
Yeah, and you can't get close to that either. Because when it comes out, you have to block.
And he was always standing. He was either standing this feet away or this feet away at all times. He wasn't even approaching me.
Yeah, he's spacing you out with Ez, basically zoning you back, keeping you back away from him. which is
here's
it's a tactic, but it's annoying.
the difference between most S and Kagura players too is S players, they can be good at the game. Sure. They can be good at fighting games. Sure. Most S players, here's the thing, when you're especially like, I'm gonna use him as an example. He's gonna fucking kill me if he ever finds out about this. I'm sure he still hates me. Well, we're gonna use Iceberg as an example here. He's a specialist. Okay. He plays Krillin. Krillin is one of the worst fucking characters in the game, or he was. And he made him work. Like he got in, he was able to get in, no one could fucking deal with him. And here's the deal.
And now he's
to be a specialist. The people who are really good with Kagura, and for them to do good against S, here's the thing: if they're both playing on the high level, and the Kagura is doing just as good or better than the S, it's not hands down without a doubt. The Kagura has more skill than the S player does, just because. Just how the kit is and how the situation's handling itself. Because S has way more tools, way better frame data, and way better combo potential than this motherfucker does. As well as just the ability to space as well. It's the same thing with Hakumen almost.
That's another thing. I can use my D to try to space you out, but at the same time it's slower. I can get hit in the middle starting my D.
And there's mostly a combo tool as well. So is S's, but S can actually do this if she knows you're about to approach. If she's like, you've already launched into this on screen. There's that too, and then there's also Ride the Lightning.
S is just better at spacing than Kagura is.
And I don't really see that many people use this special, but I'll show you. I don't even see Gummy use it that much. Will they do this? Or will they just... I don't remember the input. Yeah, where they do this. I don't really see that many people actually use the install super. They'll just use like overdrive instead or something. It's the same damn thing.
Same damn thing for less time and no meter waste.
Like and it's rude to say this, and it may be a little like, and it may be like a little bit biased, but like it's like more. What's the word? What's the word new? What's the word? Conceited. It might be a little bit conceited to say this, but S players almost regardless are genuinely carried by the character in this game.
They're dead.
Here's the thing about Joker.
I feel like they can be good, but just everything S has also helps them.
It helps them way more than it helps other players.
Yeah, because Kagura, you do need genuine skill to actually take out.
Like,
you can't just pick them up and actually do it.
Like genuinely, like if
she's not a hard character to learn. She has the thing that a lot of the newer characters have, where they're not super difficult to learn. For example, Mai or Susanoo, you can pick them up. You can learn Susanoo and Mai pretty fast.
See, I just invented that combo on the fly, even though it was a.
Yeah, you can learn Susanoo, Mai, or Air pretty fast. Susanoo will probably take you the longest out of those three characters to learn. It's really not as difficult.
I wasn't supposed to jump in that.
But still, like, as she's not hard, you can pick her up and go. And on top of that, even if you're not the best at the game, she has things that will make you, space out people better. You can make people block a lot easier. You can pressure people a lot easier. And that's why Ez is probably one of the more annoying characters to fight, but that also makes her really good. Essentially, you're getting damage, combos, and pressure for little work. And that's what you want out of a character, but that's also not really that great, because at the same time, your skill as a player, it shows.
Like, you could, if I had to pick, if people like
if
originally,
if you picked up anybody else after maining Ez, they work completely differently.
Here's the thing though too, like people, they want to say Ragnar was the tutorial character, like that may have been the case, but I genuinely believe the tutorial character now is literally just S. Like Ragnar is irrelevant at this point in the game.
And honestly, for me, it's probably Ez or Mai. Those two characters are really easy. Mai teaches you a lot of how to play the game. Ez really just gives you free shit. There's no in between. Ragnar, you could actually genuinely have skills on Ragnar. He's easy to pick up. He's easy to play, but he's not.
Easy
He's
to
not a
master.
character who just gives you. He's not a character who just gives you things. You actually have to play the character in order to win with Ragnar.
Like whenever you're getting your ass kicked by a Ragnar, normally that Ragnar is actually kicking your ass. It's not like a begin. It's not like a luck thing or like a just so happen to convert or happen thing.
Yeah, there's no beginner's luck with Ragnar. You kind of if you play him and you're winning, that's because you know how to play Ragnar.
Or if you're getting, and especially it's just mostly especially the situations where you're getting fucking destroyed by Ragnar. Because they're playing Ragnar correctly. Because
for an Ez, but it's just like an Ez.
It's genuinely not that easy to run people down with Ragnar.
Yeah, it's not easy to mow people down, and that's another thing about some of the other characters. Jin, he's the best character in the game. Generally speaking, though, you gotta actually learn how to play Jin in order to make him good.
Yeah, Jin is the skill ceiling, but he's not the floor either. Like Jin definitely does not hit the ceiling because there's no ceiling with him basically. But there's also he's not a character that you can be at the floor and just play for the most part. Like you have to at least be acquainted with a fighting game or have practiced a little bit to be able to do Jin like at a higher level. Like his conversions and combos are amazing, but Jin himself is not a pick up and play. Not for like competitive wise. Maybe for like casual play, sure. But like competitive, no. No.
But Ez is very good at play, and you know
everyone and their grandmother plays because she's got tits.
Will probably play Ez more than Mai or somebody else, even though they're pretty easy too.
Yeah.
It's just because she does indeed give you stuff.
It's also her design that gives people into it too.
Yeah, she basically has everything,
Everything going for her.
You have to do little work in order to get her conversions on.
By the way, can I say Jin's actual pressure game, like at high level, is fucking nasty. Like whenever someone who's mastered Jin is actually like pressuring you, you fucking feel it. Like there's almost nothing you can do. Here's the thing though, Jin in casual play normally won't be doing that stuff, whereas S can kind of do that stuff, but she can do it for like way less as well. Because like if you want to do the same thing with Jin, you're normally in a competitive setting, so you're already working really hard to do it. But like in a casual setting, most Jins couldn't even do it if they wanted to. And the only reason that I think S probably falls off, like if at all, in competitive is mostly because the skill ceiling is different.
Yeah.
Because the people who are at the highest levels and they're playing like these other characters like Jin and shit, they've been at this for years, and S only has so much. Even if she has real good frame data and real good moves and shit, the player has to have the knowledge of what to do and how to do it and stuff like that, and they need to know how to deal with some of these things. And some of these things S cannot just deal with in a normal way, because if like fucking Fenrich over here is reading your ass like a book, like 2 fucking pages in advance, and you DP and he's ready for it, or you do a move to get him off you or break free and you do break free, but he's already ready for that too, you're fucking done anyway.
One thing about is she will be very predictable after you play her for a little bit. I will say about Iz. She's not hard to predict. Her moves are very recognizable. It's very easy to tell when somebody's going to throw something out with her.
She's very, what's the word? What's the word? Not translate. What the fuck is it called? What's Reiner call it?
Condition?
No. Whenever, like, telegraph. She's very telegraphed. At higher level. At higher level, she's incredibly telegraphed.
And it's because she's telegraphed like that, it is easy to condition her into doing what you want her to do.
But you also can't let her take control of the match either.
And if you're probably a high enough player, if you're a high enough level player, like if you are playing Jin or somebody or Kagura, you're not gonna let that happen 90% of the time. It happens occasionally because Ez is just Ez, but for the most part, you'll be able to condition her because of how predictable she is. After you see how the person you're fighting plays, you'll be able to do it.
Ow.
I didn't mean to do
I
that.
didn't mean to grab either. I meant to do that. I'm gonna dab on it. Damn it.
He missed nobody.
You want to do cross tag? Well, yours isn't.
I gotta re-download cross tag.
I feel like playing S, but S with like less buttons.
I can re-download it real fast.
You wanna re-download it real fast, and we'll just continue talking.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go to the home menu.
Let me leave room.
Let me get my copy. Yeah, we'll be right back.
Dun, 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 dun.
You know that I was going to rapid cancel there. Because you do it every time because you're trying to grab me. But it's so much fun to touch you. I stopped for a little bit there because I realized there are people home and that might sound weird.
Mean machine.
Because my brother is home and my grandma's in the other room, so she's be like, "What the fuck?" She's gonna think I'm talking about my actual brother. It's like, no. I'm not
Mean
machine.
Me.
Meme machine?
I'm a motherfucking meme machine.
You're not a meme machine.
Meme machine. Meme machine.
I've actually finally figured out kind of how cross-tag works now. Like, you can't approach it like another one in the way, like, pressure works. It's still bullshit, but, like... Yeah, I've genuinely figured out how different from traditionals it is. With, like, how neutral is. Even if it's, like, still bullshit. It's more just throwing out pokes and shit from your assist and garbage bullshit like that. That's not bad at like a lower level, but like at the higher level, that starts to get. Hey kid, you wanna get infinite? That's some nice quality drugs.
No.
Yes. Doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter that Xbox does not have Master Chief at launch. Like seriously, if the game's gonna be good, the game's gonna be good, and that's gonna move units alone. Because if it's like the first good Halo game in like decades, that's gonna move units. That genuinely will. Because not everyone's gonna buy like a fucking computer. Even if the Series X is expensive, not everyone's gonna want to buy a fucking computer just to play it.
Yeah. Series X is still gonna be less than a gaming PC. By far, it's probably gonna be at most probably $800, and that at the least $600. I think it's gonna be around $600.
I still think we need some ports of the older Blazblue games. Because I guarantee you, if you had a working 360 and you had Continuum Shift, we would be doing that right now. And if the Switch had Continuum Shift on it, we would definitely be doing that right now. I am a Continuum Shift fool. I genuinely believe. You can quote me on this. You can quote me on this, and I don't care. I don't believe any of you. I don't believe any of you when it comes to like arguing this. But I genuinely believe Continuum Shift is the best Blazblue game, gameplay wise.
I never played it.
I've never played it. Play it. It's like $10.
But you can't.
Get on your fucking 3DS.
No.
Get does the PlayStation 4 not have backwards compat? It doesn't, does it? Oh no.
No.
I don't think it's one of the backwards compatibility games on the fuck. I don't think it's one of the backwards compatibility games on the Xbox either. Mostly because Arc never applied for it. It's like once they dropped the Xbox, they were done. Oh yeah, you're still re-downloading it, so I had to go into training mode. I think when it comes like the second best, I think second best gameplay-wise was Chrono Phantasma. Oh, this is just getting into personal preference instead of like actual design. But I genuinely think Kojima Shit did the better one. And
I mean, I think Chrono Phantasma had good game design as well. I think its game design was better than CF's actually.
Oh no, it definitely is. I'm so not used to S not being that far down the roster. No, she's down here. What? Oh, they did re-rate. Okay. I was about to say, because if they put S way over here, because she was part of the launch roster, even though she's like part of Central Fiction's roster, I was gonna be confused.
I am Central Fiction's roster.
You are not.
That is what I exist as.
No, you do not. Oh, she has Mercy as a skin. I forgot.
Yeah, you can't stop me from being Central Fiction's roster because that is my default form.
I'm gonna point this out to you guys right now. Okay, so this skin looks ugly as shit to you because you're on like an actual, like good TV or monitor or whatever the hell right now, or good phone. All the yellow that you're seeing on this palette, I am not seeing it on this TV. Like on this TV, the color balance is so bad that it's just white. And I'm not lying to you, it makes the skin look 1,000 times better.
I am not a TV. I am a handheld console.
It looks like a Snow White skin, like a blue hint, like a blue hue instead of whatever the hell this is. Do I not have the Switch DLC? I do not have the Switch skins DLC. S. S.
Exists?
Ass. What if we replaced S's name with just ass?
Why would you do that?
Why not? They're gonna be like, did the announcer just say ass? And I'm gonna be like, no, they said S.
Why would you do that?
And they'd be like, ass. And they'd be like, that's ass. I'm like, no, it's ass. It's ass.
Don't be mean. You're
It's
bullying
ass.
people.
I would bully people. I would bully people with that because that'd be funny. It's not S, it's ass.
Get ready.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic the Hedgehog here, telling you to enjoy your game and play it the way you want to. But if you're being a fucking retard, that's no good.
No. Shut up.
Yeah, no, I'm not scared. Shut the fuck up. Oh, my buttons are way different than they are normally. This is A. No, this is B. Let's grab. This is A, this is C. What'd you find out with it? I did get a haircut. Yes. You stealing my pizza? Oh, that was cool. I didn't mean to do any of that, but that was cool. I genuinely think making Naruto simpler was actually probably a good idea. Oh, you know what? We're not on the PC version, so I can't I can't look at Nato's frame data, but I'm 95% sure. I think someone told me somewhere that his anti-air, like, you know, where he does, like, where he fists the sky while crouching.
Yeah.
That is actually that the hitbox on that is actually a lot bigger than it looks like. Alright, let me change my fucking buttons here. Hold on now, take away. Oh God, let me out. Can you let me out? Can you set me free from this stuck in the world? See, in a latte, soul. I can't sing. Oh, this is weird. This is.
Download faster game.
This is genuinely. Did she just say Ragna the Blood Edge? Aid me. Hold on, I gotta listen to this.
Aid me.
Naoto the Blood Edge. Okay.
I am Naoto the Blood Edge.
I mean, Naoto is a Blood Edge, but that's not his title. His drive is Blood Edge, but he's. I don't think it's his actual title. No one ever actually calls him that. They just call him Naoto.
They call him Pure Game.
Alright, we're not using the fucking. We're not using. We're not. No. We're not using the fight stick for this. And I mean the reverse hitbox. We're gonna use the controller. No. A.
B.
B.
C. You didn't follow up.
Hold
you
on.
Make me sad.
I'm trying to remember my buttons. Hold on. That's just overhead. Is this DP? No. So these buttons are reversed right now. Okay. Okay, there you go. Okay, you know what I really wish?
What?
If some of these inputs were gonna be made like universal, like, oh, since it's simple, you can now do universal. You can now do universal DP. It's A and D. Right? Like, if you're gonna do that, and also like if you're gonna do that, and then you're also gonna give us the option to like bind it to like another button, like, oh, like I can grab by pressing B and C, or I can just press bumper. I'm like, what if I still want to do it manually? Can you just let me like change the two buttons that I have to press to do it, so it's more comfortable? Like, instead of like A and D, it could be like C and D, so my thumb doesn't have to move as far. Why can't you just let me do that?
Not allowed.
Why not?
Not allowed.
This is
That
also
would make sense. You see, that's things that we don't do.
This is also a hell of a lot more difficult to fucking play with on the controller. I'm not used to doing this with the controller. I'm used to doing this with like a fucking. I'm used to doing this with a Super Nintendo controller. I won't lie to you.
What?
Yeah, whenever I play cross tag, I normally use a Super Nintendo controller or a fucking something. I usually use something that's not modern, just because like I can play with anything at all, and it's just like a big fucking D-pad in the buttons that I need. See, it felt better with the mix box though. I felt like I could do more. That was 5k damage right there. That loop was just 5K. What did I even do there? Can someone clip that? You can't clip on YouTube. Why did I say that?
You can screen record.
Wow, okay, so S gets you 5K off of. That's pretty cool. I need to save this, so I need to... How do I reset the, that works?
Download faster again, please.
Oh, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to DP. I don't know what I did. I can't replicate it because I don't know what I did.
Steal it from the archives.
I probably will. Probably send it to Gummy actually because it's just easier. Either that or he probably already knows how to do it. Considering it looked like it was just like a S loop. Where's Naoto? I pressed the assist button.
He died.
It's like fucking sitting there, fucking eating a Big Mac in the corner. I'm like, hey, could you jump? He's like, oh yeah, you got it. No, and it was like, it definitely was a loop because it did way more damage. It was like a self loop too, actually. It was a self loop, and then I happened to press Naoto during it. Like as it was about to end. Let's see here, what is her? Oh, okay, I know what I did. Can S, hold on. Hold on. Not what I wanted to do. Not what I wanted to do either. It'd be good to know that exists though. I didn't know that move was actually, I thought that move was just out of her kit. I forgot that it was an EX. Does this cost meter to use? Hold on. I need to reset. I need to reset the,
That's like a weird game.
It is a weird fucking game. Button settings. That is function 1. Then what the fuck is fun? Oh! No! Down stick. This should reset. Reset, please. What is the reset button? What is the reset button on the console? Someone tell me?
No.
Please.
No.
Is there not a button for this? Hold on. Is there genuinely not a button for this?
There might not be. Like you want to reset training mode?
Yeah.
I think there is in cross tag.
No, I know that there is because I've done it on the computer, but like.
Yeah, I've done it before on console. I don't remember the button though. Oh my gosh, my game is taking like 3 years to download.
I'm so glad Billy commits his Naoto.
Tempted to ask if you want to play something else because I might fall asleep while waiting on it.
Well, we can play something else. I'm gonna end the stream then if we do something else. You wanna do Smash?
Yeah, we can do Smash.